A cheap way to cut carbon is by increasing automobile fuel efficiency. You do this by doubling the efficiency of all world's cars from 30 to 60 miles per gallon. This is convenient for travelers. An expensive way to increase isolation, furnace, and lighting efficiency is by cutting emissions by 25% in all new and existing residential and commercial buildings. Manufacturers will like this because it saves money, but not like it because it may slow down their manufacturing process.
CCS synfuels will cut CO2 because it will capture and store CO2 emitted during synfuels production from coal. Coal will be heated and combined with steam and air or oxygen. Then carbon monoxide and hydrogen are released to make a liquid fuel called synfuels. Synfuels will be good for travelers and large buildings because it will save money.
This is a cheap but helpful process that we would need natural gas plants to replace coal-burning electric plants. The amount of natural gas we use will equal to that used for all purposes today. This process is helped by saving coal due to the fact that it is a non-renewable resource.
Carbon can be cut from wind displacing coal-based electricity. Current wind capacity would need to be scaled up by a factor of 10. Although this process saves money and works well, people do not want these in their backyard.
Biomass fuels from plantations will eventually replace petroleum fuels. A wedge could come from scaling up world ethanol production by a factor of 12. Biofuels are good for people who use transportation. It's also good for heating and direct fuel use.
This process is inexpensive and involves storing carbon in new forests. One wedge of emission savings could halt deforestation for 50 years. It could help animal life to increase oxygen for everyday people.
A cheap way for farmers' techniques to increase carbon retention or storage in soils is to practice carbon management on all the world's agricultural soils. It is good for agricultural practice.
Depending on what role one plays in society will determine the scale number given. We feel the following judges will rank our wedges in the following way. Taxpayers a 4 because the wedges we selected were fairly priced. Energy companies a 3 because they are still supplying energy, just in a more efficient way. Environmental groups a 4 due to the wedges of soil and forest storage to help the environment. Manufacturers a 2 because of the cost to change fuels of machines and making products. Industrialized and developing country governments would both give a 3 because the subjects we picked were evenly closely balanced in all factors including cost and sector.